Hello and welcome back to Wisconsin Family. You may recognize this beautiful set. We are filming in Janesville today at the wonderful Aglow Spa and Salon. We're going to talk to those folks a little bit later.
Yes,
what do you guys think? Maybe you'll stick around.
I could use you.
Yeah, we'll get you situated.
Yeah.
Don't you worry. You may recognize the two folks on the end here. This is John and Chris who join us from Accu Clime Mechanical Services. And we're going to chat with the two of you a little bit today. We're excited to have you back. We also have a special guest. This is Steve Biederman, the commander, I understand, who's joining us. And Steve, you're here today because you've had a wonderful experience with these two, and you're going to share a little bit about that. And we'll get into that in just a second. First, tell us a little bit, you're retired now, is that right?
That's correct.
So tell us what you did previously to retirement.
Well, previously, prior to retirement, I was the energy manager for the Department of Military Affairs for the state and managed the energy usage in approximately 3 million square feet throughout the state.
Excellent. So I would say that makes you probably qualified to,
To
work
be called
with
the
these guys a
commander.
little bit. Yes, that too. Yes, that too.
So you had John and Chris come over and do an estimate for you on your air conditioning, I believe. Was that what it was?
That's what it was, yeah. We had the condenser on our air conditioning unit was going, and we needed to get that replaced. And I had John come over, and I had another company come over as well, a big box store.
Sure.
And I immediately knew that the big box store guy was on commission, and he was just selling something.
Oh, yeah.
And when I talked to John, I could tell that he knew what he was talking about because of my background as the energy manager. And I initially was just going to get the condenser replaced, but I said, the furnace is as old as the condenser. What kind of deal can I get if we do the whole 9 yards so you don't have to come back? And he gave me a big deal. I got a big discount from Focus on Energy. I got a discount from Madison Gas and Electric. And when you start taking in all the discounts,
Right.
It more than made up for what actually was going to be done.
Yeah.
To be done.
Wow.
So Chris was on site from kind of A to B, start to finish, for your new furnace and air conditioner. And sounds like the price was right, which is very important. It's not always the most important thing. We've talked about that, but you were able to take some discounts to, kind of help out with some of those. Talk to us about the process. What did you most like about that experience?
The thing I liked most was when they got done, we turned the system on, and we had a harmonic in the house.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't know where that was coming from, and I called Chris and I said, hey, we've got a harmonic. We've got to get rid of this because every time it comes on, it's just buzzing. And so he came, and the company had a fix, but the fix didn't work. So they just stayed at it, and within 2 or 3 days, we had it taken care of, and we haven't had a problem since.
That's awesome.
And that was
Excellent.
a couple years ago now.
That's a couple of years ago now, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, and so it was at the top of the line at the time when you purchased it 2 years ago. And I mean, do you feel that investment was worth the money you paid?
Oh, absolutely, because when you're putting capital into your house,
Yeah.
you don't want to continually be putting capital in.
Right.
And as long as you got a heating and air conditioning unit that you're going to be living with for, in my case, the rest of my life,
Right.
Yeah,
what you
it's-
get is what you pay for.
Right,
You
yeah,
get what you pay.
absolutely.
It's so true, and we've had this discussion before, Chris and John and Justin and I, about it's not always about the best price because it's about longevity too, and making sure you've got the right products in your home. Do you have any thoughts that you'd like to share about Accu Clime Mechanical Services in general, and maybe Chris and John, you guys can kind of chime in a little bit.
Only thing I can say is, they treated me well, and I'm very happy with the service and the installation that they provided. It was excellent.
And for you two, listening to this story, probably one reason you wanted to bring him on is for a personal testimony, but I know from some of the folks that you've worked with in the past and here recently, this is not atypical. This is the kind of service that you provide every single one of your clients.
We look at it when we sell a system to someone that we're almost like we're marrying them for the next 10 to 15 years to take care of that. We want them to be happy with their system. We want them to tell all their neighbors about it.
Yeah,
And if they're not happy, then we didn't do our job.
absolutely.
As a matter of fact, we take care of Steve's neighbor right behind him as well. So, and
Oh,
they've
there
done a
you
new system as well. So it just helps.
Yeah.
And we like the personal experience. We like the ability to tell our customers that it is truly a one-on-one when we work with you. And, you know, we support it to solve problems.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
we appreciate that, guys. And I've said this before, but I'll say it again. You know, people who are out there looking for a guy, you know, you want
Yeah.
that guy to call
Right,
that
yeah.
you just know is going to be there, know is going to give you the right price and a fair price and take care of you. These guys are your guys. They're fabulous. Accu Clime Mechanical Services. So,
Thanks for having us.
yeah,
for
thank
having
you
us
so
on.
much for joining us once again. Stephen Biederman, thank you so much for your testimonial. We appreciate that. Justin, we got to go. We'll be right back with more Wisconsin Family right after the break. Stick around.